Yes, guys, we're back. It's SFeatleyTV. It's another preview. It's Arsenal Man United, right? Sunday afternoon, right? Make sure you're tuning in for that for the live watch on. But we're here for the match preview. We got solo from the Man United agenda, but here come the title.
Henri, chance, Balotelli, Aguero! Premier League champions 2016, Leicester City!
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye-bye.
Cazorla, Giroud again, Joe Wilson! Here's Gerrard. That's a great strike! McCracken getting closer. To the centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent! Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, like I said, we're back for another preview. It's Arsenal Man United. I want to introduce my brother from Man United Agenda, Solo. How you doing, my friend?
Well, how can I say? It's the day before the big finale, isn't it? And it's absolute pleasure being on your channel. It's been a long time since I last came on it. I swear the last time I was on it, I was on a train on the way home. But this time you get to see
Yeah.
my face in person. But now, respect and looking forward to the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to this game, especially the fact now I'm home as well. Hopefully, we can
Excellent.
stay
That's
home
even
for this
better
game.
news.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully,
No
we can
mayhem,
stay
no
home.
no going around screaming, kicking things, right?
No, not yet. Like my. To be fair, my legs are actually killing us right now, so it's a bit difficult to walk at the minute. So, but
Okay.
you've got heat pads and God knows what else on it. So, but anyway, we are here to talk about this game, and we're here to talk about the things going on around our clubs at the minute. And we're going to start with Man United. I mean, you played Crystal Palace during the week, where there was unfortunately it ended up as a draw.
Yeah.
First of all, what do you take about that result, and how do you fit how much of an impact of missing Casemiro because of that booking is that going to be coming towards the Arsenal game?
Well, the game against Crystal Palace, I think its chances we didn't really take. It was a game of two halves, really. Did we do a lot in the game to try and win the game? I don't think we did. Looking back and watching the replays and things like that, I think Crystal Palace was there for the takings. But it's Selhurst Park. I was there last season when we lost to them 1-0, the last game of the season. The players didn't really and truly show up. This time around, the players did show up. Our two best players was on both wingers and the keeper. Three best players of
I
against
mean,
Crystal Palace that
lost
was.
we lost there last season as well. So
Yeah. So for me, it's when it comes to say drawing against Crystal Palace, it felt like more of a loss. But you got to give Crystal Palace the credit because that free kick, not even the greatest keeper in the world would have saved that. That's how good that free kick was. Casemiro got booking in that game as well. For me, we beat you guys without Casemiro last time round. It's a possibility we can. I think it would be the system and how Ten Hag sets up, whether or not we beat you guys or not. If you were to say to me, we're in this position where we're sitting sort of in the top four, I would sit there and break your arms and say, yeah, I'll take it, because I didn't expect us to be in the position we're in right now. A lot of people talk about title contender. Are we in for the title? We've sort of like faded off now. That's just punditry, and also with people who sell in newspaper who want you to buy the newspaper about Man United in the title race. Man United's never been in the title race. Ten Hag, 7 months in charge of Manchester United.
yeah,
We're not in the title charge.
yeah, I think to be honest, I've been impressed with Man United, especially since you've come back from the World Cup. You've been very impressive. I think that now the Ronaldo situation's out the way as well. That sort of settled the team down, and now team's playing more cohesively and is working for Ten Hag a lot better, and without that sort of problem. Plus also, I feel that yeah, I agree with you in a sense. I think Man United have done really well to be in the position they're in, especially with having Ten Hag only 7 months in charge. And that's just shown how good Ten Hag can be as a manager once he gets his style implemented. And it still needs implementing, there's still work to be done. Because for me, I feel it's just a little bit too far off being a title challenge. Now, obviously, with Arsenal in their position, you have to consider them as title contenders at the minute, especially in the form they're in. They've only drawn 2 games, only lost 1. So, and that game was we should have probably we screwed up ourselves. We should, to be honest, and that was the game at Old Trafford. So, yeah, so. Though we know that Man United have improved since that game as well, this is not going to be so much of an easier ride as we've had in the past at the Emirates, because the Emirates record recently for Arsenal has been quite good against Man United. So how do you feel knowing that you only go 5 minutes across the road to the Emirates to see your team play?
Well, we're not 5 minutes away. I'm probably right now how far away from the Emirates? I'm probably about an hour and a half away from the Emirates. So it's not just 5 minutes away. I do love the bits and pieces where Arsenal fans say you're not from, where is it? You're from London, but you support Manchester.
You're only just around the corner.
Yeah, but if I say to people, I was born and bred in Jamaica and I've been supporting Man United since 1985. So, and you're a million miles away. You support the team that you want to support, the love of what you do. You don't just sit there and say, because you're in London, you should support a London team. I should be supporting St Anne's Bay football team, if you put it down to it. But unfortunately, I don't. I support Manchester United. Probably still globally.
It's just banter.
It's banter. It's banter, but it's when you look at the narrative. I always look at the narrative as well. Like my brother supports Arsenal, loves Arsenal, but he lives in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So it's the narrative when you look at it and say, "Oh, you got to support the club that you're close to." Banter aside, but going. Oops, my mic and everything's dropping down. You know what? That can go for a minute.
If you really wanted to put it, my actual club that really should be, I should be supporting Welling United.
Yeah,
because that's where I was born. Welling, I lived in Welling. Right?
Yeah.
But the next close, if you're looking at Premier League clubs, the closest Premier League club that was around was then Woolwich, and then Charlton. So Woolwich Arsenal was basically still a local club.
Yeah.
So
QPR is my local club. QPR is not far from me. QPR is only, I'll say QPR, Brentford. Brentford, we're moving a new stadium now. Brentford is only about, 15 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
So I might as well start supporting Brentford as from tomorrow. You're right, thanks.
That's what you were doing in the second game in the season, weren't you?
Ivan Toney at United next season. That's all I'm interested in. But no, going back to sort of your question where you're saying about going down to the Emirates, how do I feel about it? We haven't won in 5. We think we've lost 3, drawn 2, I think, and lost 3.
I think so.
At the Emirates, I think. The last time we beat it was when Ferguson was in charge back in 2013. I think that's the last time we beat you at your ground. But listen, the way I look at it now is we're going in and it's completely different, sort of 2 different managers. Now, you said earlier about Man United being title challenge, whether or not we are or not. You had Arteta. Arteta now has been in charge of the Arsenal team, 2.5, maybe 3 years now coming up. So he's had a process and he's built what he wants and the players he wants. Ten Hag is still using players from Louis van Gaal era at Manchester United still. So it will give him time for us to try and challenge and Anything, listen, it's a million miles away. But one thing I got to say though is what Ten Hag's doing right now is nothing but remarkable, and you just got to back the manager and the project that he's doing at the moment, and instilling all these. Look at Rashford. Rashford's looking absolutely mint at the moment. You look at sort of like Luke Shaw, people write him off. Wan-Bissaka, people have been writing off as well. Even down to De Gea. I know a lot of Man United fans out there don't really appreciate what De Gea does, but De Gea does save us so far this season. I reckon he saved us easily about 9 points this season in the league, easily. But a lot of people don't rate him too much. But Casemiro is going to be a big miss, as we spoke about. But
I was just going to let you know, the actual head-to-head, the last time you beat us at the Emirates, I believe it was 3-1 when it was Jose Mourinho. And then you beat us in the FA Cup as well. In the, I think it was 18-19 season, Emery's first season. So that was, I think, your last win at the Emirates was in the FA Cup. But if you're looking at the Premier League, it was when you were playing Jose Mourinho in 2017-18, that Wenger's last season.
There you go. Jose does it again, doesn't he?
No, quite a long time. I think that game we had it literally. I think we had so many shots and on target, it just wouldn't go in.
Yeah,
like,
Jose
De Gea turned in.
Yeah,
De Gea was just like on fire. So,
yeah.
But yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, so no, with Ten Hag, as I said, it's about backing the manager and making sure that he gets the plays that he's looking for, because these guys had the opportunity. Casemiro not in. I know someone in here put down a comment about you guys didn't have Casemiro. You guys didn't have Thomas Partey when you played us. We didn't have. We also didn't have Casemiro when we played you. We had Fred and Scott in the middle of the park. Now you've got he would play now, and you're going to see the difference. You got to see the difference where the system. I think the system should beat Arteta. The system should beat him. You'll have more possession of the ball than we will, but the system should beat you.
Okay. I mean, it depends. I mean, obviously Casemiro is going to be a big miss, especially if we've got Granit Xhaka and Partey in there, because they've been immense so far this season, and that interesting midfield battle is going to be really interesting, and it's really going to decide that game, this game, for sure. Do you agree with what Kyle's just put here? He's a big up man. I think it's going to be a tough game tomorrow. If United win, I think they're in the title race too.
No, definitely no title race. Definitely, I still will sit there and say we're never in a title race. We haven't been in a title race, and we will not be in a title race. Top, as I said, for me, I predicted us to finish about 7
Your
8.
form's in the right place.
It is, but the problem is we don't have the players. The issue, the squad's not big enough. The squad's very. Your squad, you got a bigger squad than we have, and now you're introducing 3 more players to that squad. It just shows the level, how far in advance you guys are.
If you watch the game against Oxford, most of though we had Saka and Martinelli on the right and the left, most of our big name players were on the bench, and you could see that, like in the midfield, the difference. We were struggling, we were slow, lethargic, and very poor and sloppy in the midfield. And it wasn't until we brought Granit Xhaka on and Partey on that we took control of the game, and it became too much for Oxford. So you can see that though we've got those players on the bench, it's not strong in a sense, which is why we've had to go into the January market and get these signings. And yes, we've got Kibor from Croatia, who, like you said just before off air, that he's kind of had a decent World Cup. I don't know too much about him, so I'm not going to go on a massive rant about him or anything like that. Trossard, I think, is a good signing. Absolute quality. He's been absolute quality for Brighton. The fact that he dumped himself and decided to pick us over Tottenham just makes me laugh. But look, it's nice to see that we're still trying to make signings so we can still compete for this title. Because why not? Like, that I mean, why is it that this song that everyone's now singing for Arsenal, or for Arteta, there, it's so exciting. Why aren't they changing the lyrics to "We can win the league"? Like, why are we still saying we're making Champions League? No, let's win the Premier League. Like, I want to win trophies. So, but like I said, the reason I'm not, I haven't got the time or energy to worry about a manager argument. B, the guy's already done so well with a squad that shouldn't really be touched. If you looked at the start of the season and looked at our squad on paper, should it be challenging for a title?
I would say yes. If your manager had 3 years or 2.5 years rebuilding, you outspend Man City, Liverpool, Man United last season. Of course, you should be title contender. You outspend them, so because you outspend those clubs, you should be.
But if you're sitting there saying compared to Man City or Liverpool's squad in terms of quality, would you expect us to be challenging?
Yeah, why not? The managers had that opportunity. If you are at Arsenal, say for instance now with Solskjaer, let's go back to Solskjaer. Solskjaer was at Manchester United. If Solskjaer was staying at Man United in his at least his second or third season, I'm expecting him to challenge for the title. Why not? He's been there long enough now to basically utilize what he's got, the squad he's got. So yes, Arteta should be challenging for the Premier League. You're Arsenal. If it's like me sitting there saying, right, with Ten Hag coming in, after Ten Hag does his 3 years, after the 3 years, should he be challenged for title? Of course he should be. Especially the amount of money you spend, you have to be challenging for the title.
I mean, that was my whole argument with the whole Arteta thing anyway. Like, is that we've spent so much money. Why are we still sitting here 3 years later down the line and still saying that we need to try and make the Champions League? Right, so the amount of money we spent, 2 8th places and 5th place is not good enough.
Yeah.
Right, and I've already said that. So the fact now that we're in a position that we're in now, I've always now said to the point, right? This January, I don't care if you break the bank, right? Go and get the players that we need to go and win this thing. Right, Man City don't look confident. They don't look good. They don't look good.
You say that though, Stephen, about breaking the bank and getting the money. So what I'm looking at now, if you go out there and you're bringing in 1-2 Trossard, you bring in the other guy, you bring in. So right now, how much did Trossard cost you?
I think it was 45 million or something like that.
And then any add-ons?
Not sure.
There's going to be odd. Now, of course, they're Brighton ain't going to sell it.
I've only just heard it on the news on the way home, so I ain't really had a chat to check it on.
So anyone in the chat, guys, if anyone in the chat know about it and what the add-ons are, because I know for a fact he's not just going to cost you. He's one of their best player. I think he's their top goal scorer as well. So
and he want incentives as well.
Yeah, so there's going to be 40 plus whatever million. Then you get in this other guy from the Croatian centre-back, which is going to be about 20 million plus. With where Arsenal work again, it's going to be add-on. So it's not just going to be 20 million.
And now I'll just answer Kyle's question as well. Is there another player? Is there a third player coming to Arsenal? Well, apparently now, according to reports, and this is only reports, so I don't usually like to jump the bandwagon about reports because they usually turn up to crap. But apparently, there's strong links about Camavinga joining Arsenal on loan from Real Madrid. Right? I don't think that's going to happen.
Impossible. We'll not see that happening.
I would not see that happening. But if it did happen, then I'll be jumping up and down the ceiling whether my legs are sore or not. Like that is it. So, but like I said, it's good to see Arsenal actually not let rest, because we've seen Arsenal in title challenges in the past where they've gone, we had Sonogo, we don't need a striker. So we've had so many transfer windows where we didn't spend in January, and because of that we didn't win the title.
But
So
this is what I was trying to say though, Stephen. So you're spending the thing is, you guys right now. So you got Man City. This is where Arsenal. It's a catch-22. You either spend all the money now and try to win the title this season, because come what's going to happen with lots of Arsenal fans, you guys are going to be hurt. And the reason I'm saying you guys are going to be hurt here is because when it comes summertime, do not expect to spend any money in the summer. Just don't expect it. It's not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is because you're spending all the money now, and then fans then will expect, oh, we spent all that money, so let's go spend this much money later on. It's not going to happen. Man City is going to be better next season. Liverpool are in a crisis right now. They're going to be better next season, yeah? Chelsea, if you look at the players they're signing, they've got the best transfer strategy out there in world football right now. And the reason I say is they've got the best one is if Man United look at a player, Liverpool look at a player, Arsenal look at a player, they go sign that player.
yeah,
That's the best sort of scouting network ever in football at the moment, who they got. And they don't care what the price is.
you can see the players that have come in for Arsenal. A lot, and Luke. I mean, Luke has put here like 27 million. I think that might be for the centre back. I'm not sure, but I've said in the past is like when we bought, like we've seen Ramsdale being bought, we've seen Tommy Asu being bought, and so many Arsenal fans would be jumping up and down saying that's not good enough, but clearly they've done their homework because Ramsdale's been immense. Tommy Asu's been good, as a good.
Don't tell me anything about Ben White, because I will not. Thingy, Tyrone Mings is better than
Ben White.
Ben White.
Ben White's not a centre back. He's a right back.
Oh, he's a right back now. I thought he was a centre back before.
Nah, he's better as a right back.
Oh, okay. I thought he was the next VD or something like that, or the
Trust
next
me,
Ferdinand.
no. Beforehand, he was nowhere. Like he's actually decent as a right. He's actually better as a right back, and he actually, instead of like Tommy Asu, who doesn't really get forward, he actually gets forward and overlaps, which helps Saka a lot. So he's much better as a right back than he is as a centre back.
First Arsenal fan I hear that apparently say it, because I don't rate. Everyone knows me already. Harry Maguire is a good player, but do I rate Harry Maguire? No, I don't. I look at Harry Maguire and Ben White in the same category. That's where I look at it. And
don't, Monday will turn up.
Yeah, and the thing for me as well, I'd rather play Tyrone Mings at centre back over any of those two players. So yeah, so there we go. We're talking about the add-ons and 21 million plus add-ons, because Arsenal, we know what Arsenal's like strategy in the transfer market is. They don't want to pay the full amount. They want to do everything in small doses. The issue Arsenal's got is, if you don't win the league, it is your league to lose. This league is Arsenal league to lose, not Man City. I hear a lot of people sit there and say, oh, it's Man City league still. I hear Paul Merson the other day saying, oh, it's Man City league. No, it's not. Arsenal are 9 points clear. It's Arsenal league to lose.
Paul Merson can say some really good stuff and into absolute bollocks.
Yeah, but it's Arsenal league to lose.
And he is talking bollocks. If you're 8 points clear, it's yours to lose. Yeah. If we're sitting here 20 odd years ago, right, and it's 2003, 2004, 02, 03, it's Arsenal, Man United for the title, and we're 8 points clear of you, everyone's saying it's Arsenal's to lose.
Yeah. This is
Luke
Luca
they wouldn't
as
be
well.
saying about Man United.
Luca's got a fair point here as well, saying about Camavinga is class. He starts every game. He starts every game for Real Madrid. So this is, I don't understand where that news comes from, because he starts every game.
Look, this, like I said, this is only just news reports. So this could be just paper talk.
Yeah, like, never going to happen in a million years. Never.
Whether it actually happens is another matter. It's just probably people saying, "I got nothing to write. Let's just link Arsenal to Camavinga."
It is. It's transfer, isn't it? And you got to think, Manchester United was linked in the last transfer window. We were linked with 172 players at Manchester United.
Yeah, we always know when the transfer window opens, Arsenal's linked to every man and his dog.
Yeah,
I literally found a link. I literally typed in that said, "I'll be linked to Mbappe," and it's actually a link between Arsenal and Mbappe.
Yeah,
like from the last 2 years.
But you got as well, and the ownership. Let's talk about ownerships as well, because like I said, Newcastle's going to be better next season, a lot better. I think they will drop off this season. I don't think they'll. I think they
You're gonna
might
have a
finish
different
about
lineup.
fifth. I think they will drop off. Next season they'll be better because they'll recruit very good, and the strategy of Newcastle United, the way they do their business, is very, very good. As I said, Man United will be better next season because we're going to be having a new owner, as far as I'm concerned. So the money will be there to spend. How much money? I couldn't tell you. So if Arsenal don't win the league this season, it's going to be, we don't know when they're going to win the league again because your owners won't sell anytime soon. And the money that Man United, Newcastle, Man City will be getting in, even Liverpool might be sold as well. And if Liverpool be sold as well, it's going to be oil money. And there's no there's no end to what they're going to end up getting.
Oh, Trossard was 27 million. Wow, that was even cheaper then. So 27 million plus 6 million add-ons.
No, it's more than that, man. It's more than that. There's no
More-
way they're selling their assets, their prize asset, top goal scorer this season, player of the season already, and you're telling me it's 27 million. There's no way.
I think that's actually 27 million stretched over so many years. We played 27 million.
27 million in add-ons, I reckon that is, and then whatever else they give up front, cash up front, not 27 million. There's no way on earth.
I think it's something different with that. But there you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, give me a sec.
Just leave me a second for you.
Thank you. Right, so yeah, it's just some balm to help my leg.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You paid 20 million for a centre back, who's not really and truly established, but then you paid 27 million for a player who's established and who knows the Premier League.
That's not.
That is more. It's no, it can't be. It's impossible.
Of course, it's more than that. So but it depends how far you want to look into it. But look, obviously the game on Sunday is huge, and a lot of people still saying that if we lose the game that Man United will be considered in a title race, but
nope.
hey, that's their.
You know what the thing is with it? I can understand what people are saying because no one expects Man United to be where they are now. But the issue is you can't put us there because I can honestly sit there right now and say to you, I think City will probably lose one game in the next 19. They'll win every game.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive about that.
Did you really put money on it?
I would put money on that.
Wow.
I would put money on City.
I'm not sure.
Did you watch that interview afterwards? When they went, yes. So just sit there, cast your mind back.
That's
Ferguson said something, but he didn't criticize the fans. Ferguson said something back in 2013, which was very similar about the team. And we went something like, I think it was 18 games unbeaten in the league.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I remember people like Ferguson and Guardiola can do that because of the reputation they have. Remember, Ferguson. Remember, after Aberdeen won the Scottish Cup against Rangers, absolutely destroyed the team.
Stephen,
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to come off a district nurse
Oh, Jesus Christ. Right.
Just go to half past, Stephen. Go to half past, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What am I supposed to do?
come off the live stream and come see the nurse.
Oh, great.
Got to do what you got to do, bro.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to wrap this up very quickly. Right, I'm gonna quickly ask you, Solo. I'm sorry about this.
Take your time, bro. It is what it is.
But yeah, I'll give you your score prediction and your lineup, and we'll call it there. I really do apologise, guys. We'll talk about more in the combined 11 at 4 p.m. But Solo, great to have you on as always.
Pleasure as always, bro. It's a pleasure being back on.
And I will get. What I'll do is I'll get you on another show, and we'll make sure we'll
anytime, bro. Anytime.
We'll definitely
anytime.
Do that.
Anytime.
But yeah, your lineup, score prediction.
Lineup's nothing's gonna really change from my lineup. I'm gonna go for De Gea, obviously in goal. I'm gonna go for Rolls Royce, Varane at centre back with Martinez. I'm going to go with Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, Fred Eriksson, Rashford. Let's go Rashford, Anthony, and Martial up top.
Okay, right. And your score
Bruno and
prediction?
Anthony and Martial, yeah. Score prediction 2-2.
No win. You're not
2-2.
going for a win. Okay,
2-2.
2-2.
Going 2-2. I've got to be humble. I'm humble because at the end of the day,
Okay.
I don't know what this game's got, in prospects. It's 2-2.
Look, I mean, I'm gonna keep with the same positive energy. Are you still Arteta in Arteta? I'm neither, mate. I'm just supporting the team now. I don't care. I ain't got the time or the energy to worry about such arguments. All I care about is want my team to win every week, pal. So yeah, it's just stupid argument, and we should be just getting behind the team. Yeah, that's how I look on it now. Yeah. Anyway, make sure you smash the like button. Please do join the membership. Do join the membership as well. Monthly donation to Children's Liver Disease Foundation.
Respect.
With I'm closing it. Every penny that we raise goes to Children's Liver Disease Foundation. So if you can do that by becoming a member, I really would appreciate it. Plus, also, I'm wrapping it up. So give me 2 minutes. I'm wrapping it up. So let me finish. Quick line up. Sorry. Line up Ramsdale, Ben White, Gabriel, Saliba, Sinchenko. Then it'll be Granit Xhaka, Partey. Then it'll be Saka on the right, Odegaard in the middle, Martinelli on the left, and Ketia up top. I'll probably switch that around to play Martin Odegaard on the right side of midfield to make it a 4-3-3 to give Nketiah more support. Nketiah is going to have to be more clinical in this game as well, and I'm going to hopefully go for a 2-1 to the Arsenal. So hopefully, yeah, we'll see how it goes, but it's going to be a really good game. Sorry guys, I couldn't go on for longer, but as I said, I've got to run.
Big up, bro. Big up.
I've got to do this little pump thing, so we'll get this changed. But yeah, hit the like, hit the share, become a member, do all that. It does help towards Children's Liberties Foundation. And until then, speak soon. Take care. Bye bye.